Tony Dan, Little Joan in the background, and this is your happy 4th of July, or Independence Day, as we call it in America. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Thanks for checking out the Pineys, books 1 through 17, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. Book 17 available. It's the most patriotic Pineys ever. You can get your t-shirt, and the back of it says, grab a musket, shoot a zombie, and save America. All right, so 4th of July in South Jersey. What's it like? For those of you in my outside America, you might wonder a little bit about the details. You probably know the basics. This is in July 4th, 1776, we signed the Declaration of Independence, and we celebrated every year our independence from Britain. Okay, so that's the basics. I actually talked to someone the other day who were just kind of like, what do we do? Why do we do this on July 4th? And I was like, okay, let me explain it. So Independence Day. Now, that tradition in the modern era is basically a day off in the summer to barbecue, to be with family and friends, and in South Jersey to go to the Jersey Shore. Now, you probably know that New Jersey is along the coast of America, the East Coast, so we have a lot of beaches, and we call it the Jersey Shore, and we go to the Jersey Shore on our summer holiday vacation. Now, here's where the July 4th day off comes in. If July 4th falls on a weekend day, Saturday or Sunday, another day is given off Friday or Monday to the workers, whatever's kind of closest to the 4th, and so they could have their 3-day weekend. So you're at minimum getting a 3-day weekend. And what a lot of people do, since it's the summer, number one, and since they already got a day off, they'll take the other 4 days off and get a whole week off, right? Plus your bookend in the weekend, so really you got 9 days off in a row. And what you'll do is you'll rent a house down the Jersey Shore for about a week. Maybe you'll go Saturday to Saturday or Sunday to Sunday, depending. And you'll stay down the shore and live down there for a week, right? So it's like you're not that far from your actual house, but you're far enough away that, you're someplace else, and you go out to dinner. You go to the beach, of course, that's big. And you go to the boardwalk. And the boardwalk has, various carnival games and rides and little stores and stuff. And eventually you'll see the fireworks during that week. It's a big time down the shore, so some people avoid it because it's very, very crowded. And there's a lot of fireworks during the course of the summer. So, and in fact, there's so many fireworks in South Jersey, sometimes the towns will schedule them on different days so people can get their fireworks on a different day. And, you could literally do fireworks every day for a week down here during the 4th of July. And, it's just basically... So, yeah. Now, if the holiday falls on a Friday, that's easy enough. You got the 3-day weekend. Same deal. But if the holiday falls on a Thursday, then you've got an interesting situation because everybody's going to be off on Thursday, but everybody will be checked out on Friday. And a lot of people will take off and have 4-day weekend. Because if you're going to take a day off, that's perfect, right? You're using up vacation days, but the 4th of July saves you one. And quite frankly, the day before this holiday, everybody's checked out, and it's basically a half day, especially if you work in an office. Some people like to go in because it's like an easy day and you're getting paid for a full day. Other people would just say, it's pointless to go in, or they go in and they leave early anyway, and they kind of get their vacation on that Thursday. But then the interesting thing is if July 4th falls on a Wednesday, dead smack middle of the week, Again, same rules apply. You can take the whole week off and save yourself a vacation day, or you take another 2 days off and get a 5 day stretch. That's not too bad. That's worthy enough of going down to the shore to rent a house, right? 5 days, not a whole week, but almost a week. And then, again, everybody will be checked out on Tuesday going to the 4th. Depends on who you are, what your business is, what you do for a living. Some people, it's a weekend. Like for me, it's a work day because I got an event to do on July 4th. I'm going to Millville from 6 to 9 for the July 4th event down there. I'm going to try to get into my car and get the hell out of there before the fireworks. Wish me Godspeed. But we'll see how that works out. But a lot of people, for instance, if you work down the shore, right? If you have a business like a restaurant, or any of the boardwalk businesses, this is a big time of year for you. You're making buckets of money, just buckets. Good people at Royal Crown Ice Cream in Hamilton, I'm sure they'll be open every day in the summer. They're open. Fabulous ice cream. I went there a couple of days ago. Mwah. Now, if you stay home for the 4th of July, there are a lot of barbecues, especially in South Jersey. So chances are one of your friends will be throwing something in his backyard, and they'll have burgers and hot dogs and all the usual stuff you might see at a barbecue. I know it's not technically barbecue, grilling food, whatever you want to call it. We call it the barbecue. I know that's not correct terminology for the Southerners out there, but what are you gonna do? So you eat some food. I went to a July 4th party yesterday, and that's July 3rd. There was tons of food. They had cupcakes with an American flag and icing, and all that great stuff. Deviled eggs. I love deviled eggs. I'm a hamburger man, first and foremost. I love a good burger. I do enjoy a good hot dog, though, on the grill. They had neither at this event. They had, and this is more of an Italian deal, they had meatballs, where you make meatball sandwiches, and they had cheese. So, right, you put the some provolone cheese or some mozzarella cheese on your bun, and then put the hot meatballs on it so it kind of melts the cheese a little bit, and then you eat it. And then they had a roast pork with provolone or American cheese. Again, same rule applies. My mouth is watering a little bit just thinking about it. It was delicious. And then they had pasta salad and various drinks. They were doing a lot of margaritas. They were doing this soda with like pot in it. And it was a good time. Good time. Good grub. Good grub. And some fireworks. And we played cornhole, which is basically horseshoes, but with bean bags and a hole as opposed to cling. So people get together on the 4th of July and they drink beers and sit around and, complain about the weather, and hopefully you don't get rained on. We got rained on at the tail end of yesterday. A big storm blew in, and we got the hell out because it was like, it's storming, let's go. I don't know if the fireworks went off in that town. They were supposed to go off in that town last night. And yeah, so that's basically it. It's really an excuse to get together with your friends and eat a bunch of food in the middle of the summer and sweat like a pig. We're not allowed to grill on the beach, though, which sucks. In California, they do a lot of like bonfires, and I think they do grilling on the beach and everything. Can't do that. Can't do that on the beaches in New Jersey, unfortunately. People are really bad at taking their trash home. I mean, I'm just going to say it. You people can't be trusted. As much as I would love to do that, I would love grilling on the beach with the ocean behind me and stuff. I'm not even I don't like the water all that much in the Jersey Shore, but I would love to grill on the beach. That would be fun. But we can't, because we can't have nice things in New Jersey sometimes. But yeah, so on July 4th, nobody really talks about history or the 4th of July or Independence Day. They're just stuffing their face and getting drunk. But I like to remember George Washington and the Founding Fathers, and the story of the Pineys going back in time and giving them 21st century guns to fight the British zombies. That is something everybody should remember. So I want you all to have a happy Independence Day or July 4th, and stuff your face, get drunk, but remember the sacrifice of the Founding Fathers and the Pineys on this day. And that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan. I'll see you in Millville from 6 to 9 tonight. And after that, it's not going to be till next week when I do Moods Farm. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have some days off. I think I'm going to get book 18 of the Pineys up and running very soon. All right, hope to see you at Millville. We'll see you. Come on.